Hello, my wonderful people. Beautiful day. I know, I feel like whenever I come on these videos, regardless if it's sunny, raining, snowing, whatever, I'm going to say it's a beautiful day. And I say that to sort of remind you guys that whatever circumstance you find yourself in life, whatever external circumstance or problems that you have or you're going through in the moment, there's always something to be thankful for, right? I feel like very often we allow external circumstances to blind us from the blessings and the good things in our life. And if we sort of shift our focus from our problems, right, and open ourselves up to see that there is beauty and good even in the midst of our problems, then we can overcome any obstacle that we were currently facing in our lives, right? But not to get off topic, I want to tell you guys about an experience that I had yesterday. Definitely, I would say an eye opening experience, right? So while I was going home yesterday, I came here and I filmed the video and I was making my way home. Now, as I was leaving, the rain started falling for a little bit, right? And I was supposed to go to Walmart after I left here to go get um, some cases of water and a can opener. Now, since the rain was falling, I sort of lost motivation and I didn't feel like going to Walmart anymore, right? But as I was driving home and I was sort of debating with myself if I should go to Walmart or not, or leave it until tomorrow, a voice in my head said to me, go to Walmart. And so I've learned over the years to listen to my intuition, right? Listen to my internal guiding force. It's something that leads me on the daily. And so I ended up making the decision to go to Walmart. Now, it is of my belief that God places us in the right positions. My allergy is crazy out here. God places us in the right positions at the right moment. And very often, the positions that we were placed in isn't necessarily for us, it's for someone else. Either someone else needs our help, someone else needs our guidance, or we're placed in positions to help other people. No, I went to Walmart. I went in, I went to the water section and I grabbed 2 cases of water, right? And if you know how Walmart is set up, you have the food section over this side on the right, and then you have the appliances and the utensils and the household items on the other side. So I was making my way over to the other side to find the can opener. Now, as I was going over there, right, I saw some books on my left, and I stopped to look at the books because they were on sale. And if you know me, right, I love books. And so if I see something that's on sale, I'm gonna look to see if there's anything there that I like, at a cheap price. Now, while I was at the book section, a guy came up to me, and the guy said, "I have a favor to ask," right? And he was sort of a tall white guy, green shirt. Um, looked like he was just coming from somewhere. I don't know. And he said, "I have a favor to ask of you," and it's probably a big favor. And so I said to him, "What is it?" And he said he's asking me to help him reconnect his phone. And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said that Walmart is doing this special in which you can get a new phone with service on the phone for $25 to $30 plus tax or something of that sort. And so immediately as he said that, I made the connection in my mind, and I said to myself, this is why the voice was telling me to come to Walmart. I was being sent here or placed here specifically to help this guy that needed my help. And he said to me before I came along, he asked a few people and they said no. And so even when he said that, it clicked in my mind that I was the one that was sent here to help him. God sent me there to help him. So I said to him, okay, I'll help you out. I went over the phone section, and we were there for a little while, and we reconnected his phone and everything, and he got a new phone that had service, and he was good, and went our separate ways, so on and so forth. But while I was going back home, I couldn't help but laugh because it's so interesting that the can opener that I had broke the day before. And so if the can opener didn't break, I wouldn't be making my way to that section in order for me to meet that guy. Also, the fact that I was going to make my way home and the voice in my head said to me that I should still go to Walmart, to me was kind of comical. And all the details, all the circumstances, they were just too aligned for me to say that experience happened by chance. And it left me no doubt in my mind. And I genuinely believe that that experience in itself was an experience that was divinely orchestrated. God placed me there in that position, not for me, not for my needs or my desires, but for that guy. So very often we don't realize it, but we are being used by God or the universe or source in order to help other people. And this is why I believe you should listen to your intuition and go with your intuition. Because who knows, that guy, he said that he was in a tough spot in his life. Um, he was going through some, I guess, some legal issues, and he needed his phone and a connection on his phone in order to find jobs, right? And so when he said that to me, I felt a great sense of compassion, a great sense of empathy. And I knew in my heart that I couldn't allow this guy or I couldn't say no to this guy and just leave him on his own when he really needed my help. A lot of people in this world are really in need of help. And if you're in a position in which you can help these people, right? Doesn't matter what you have, right? If you have it to give it. Because you never truly know what someone else is experiencing. You never truly know how a small action or a small contribution can change someone's life. And we're all connected. There's no separation between you, me, or anyone else. We're all connected. What that experience taught me also was that never be afraid to ask for help. Very often we sort of feel prideful our egos, right? And I'm saying this as someone who has a big ego, right? I'm a very prideful person. But you never truly know who God is sending in your life to help you. And if that guy didn't have the courage to come up to me and ask for help, then he wouldn't have got the help that he wanted. I think a lot of times we pray to God and we say, God, send me help, right? Answer my prayer. I need you. And God never answers in the way in which you're expecting God to answer. Very often, the way God answers is by sending someone into your life to do his work. Very often, the blessing that you're awaiting comes through a medium in which you didn't expect it to come. And very often, our blessings and the answers to our prayers pass us by because we're prideful, because we're afraid to ask. I remember this one, I think it was a story in which a lady was stranded at sea, and she said, God, send me help. I need your help. So one boat came by, the boat offered her help. And she said, I'm waiting on God, I'm good. Another boat came by, offered her help again, and she said she's waiting on God again. A third boat came by, offered her help, and she said, I'm waiting on God again. And so she ended up drowning at sea. And when she died, she ended up meeting God. And she said to God, God, why didn't you help me? And God said, I did. I sent help for you. I sent three boats for you, and you denied all of them. Because she was expecting God to help her in the way in which she was expecting God to help her. And God doesn't work like that. Very often our blessings come in a way in which we couldn't perceive with our minds. Because truth and in fact, our minds are very limited. We don't know what is I guess beyond our physical and our visual limitations. And this is why I believe that you have to go through life with an open mind and an open heart. If you've prayed for something, don't expect it to come in the form or the manner in which you expect it to come. If you're working towards something, don't expect the fruits of your labor to come how you want it to come. Let go and let God. And letting go and letting God doesn't mean that you don't take action, right? If that guy didn't take action, then he wouldn't have been helped. But letting go and letting God means that you remove your control over the situation. You remove your ego. You don't allow yourself to predict how God is going to bless you and how God is going to answer your prayer. The blessing that you're waiting for could be sent by someone you don't even know. The deliverance and the help that you're waiting for could happen when you least expect it. And that's something I'm obviously learning to do as well, right? I feel like because I'm such a micromanager, right? I try to always be in control of situations. And I sort of expect things to manifest or come in the way I expect them to come when life doesn't work like that. Your ego isn't bigger than God. And you shouldn't try to be in control of everything. And truth and in fact, your life won't change until you surrender. And surrendering isn't necessarily passivity. Like I said, it isn't taking action. It's allowing divine intervention. It's allowing the natural flow of life to take its course. It's about removing your control from the situation and allow things to take place how God or the universe or source or whatever it is that you want to call it wants it to take place. But like I said before, we're all connected. There's only one force in the universe, and that one force connects us all. If you're in the position in which you can help someone, help them. Like I said before, I don't believe in you sacrificing your happiness and so on and so forth. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you have an extra dollar, extra $2, extra $5 on you and you can help, then help someone. And don't do it from a place of expecting the universe to bless you in return. Do it from your heart, do it from your compassion, do it from the love that is within you. You never truly know when you're going to need someone's help. And this is why I don't believe on sort of looking down on people, right? I don't even I don't even believe in sort of thinking you're above someone else. No one is above anyone, despite what you have, despite what you possess. Life can give you something and life can take it away from you, just like this, right? You can be up today and down tomorrow. You can have everything today and lose it tomorrow. And so, shitting on someone else, not helping someone else when you know you can help them, is truthfully one of the worst things you can do. And I believe in karma, right? Not karma in the sense how most people use it, but I believe that your actions will have an effect, and whatever you sow, you shall reap. Help someone if you're in the position to help them, because you never truly know when you're gonna need someone else's help. And so, yeah, that was definitely an eye-opening experience, and it really taught me that you're never truly alone in this world, no matter how alone you think you are. If you desire something, ask for it. Ask God to guide you towards it. And don't ask out of scarcity. Ask from a place of abundance. Ask from faith. Believe that whatever it is that you ask for is going to be delivered to you. And don't expect it to come in the way in which you want it or expect it to come. Be open minded to any course of action. That's what I learned from this situation. And I also learned that we are all messengers of God. We're all workers of God. And so, very often, you might be wondering why you're being led somewhere, why God is guiding you somewhere, why did this thing happen to you? But circumstances and situations might occur in your life in which you're being led to do something that goes beyond just you or your ego. And that's what I had to realize. So yeah, probably gonna just chill here for a few more hours and then I go home. But really ponder on what I'm saying. God will place you in the right position at the right time. And you don't know and you can't perceive why you're being placed in that situation, but just trust it. Listen to your intuition. If you're in a position in your life in which you're in need and you desire something and you don't have it, don't be afraid to ask because you never truly know how that blessing or how that thing that you desire is going to show up in your life. And never allow yourself and never allow your faith to waver. Stand strong in your faith. Believe, right? Trust. Know that something, whatever that thing is to you, right? Some people call it God, some people call it universe, some people call it the universal subconscious mind, some people call it Christ. Trust and believe that something, anything, is working in your favor. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Hope y'all have a beautiful week. Spend some time outdoors. Enjoy life. Because there's always something to be grateful for. Peace and blessings.